Hi, I'm Ms Fry. I'm the subject lead for food and nutrition, and I put together this PowerPoint presentation to help give you a greater understanding of the expectations for the GCSE food preparation nutrition course we offer at Pittville School. I'm not going to talk through every single slide, but I'm going to take you through the content of the course, the exam requirements, and a few other bits of information that will be useful when your son or daughter is trying to decide whether to take this as a GCSE. So when I start the course in year 10, I often ask the students why they've chosen the course. And for a number of them, well, probably most of them, it's because they enjoy the practical nature of the subject. I think it's clear that we will be doing lots of practical work, but also we need to have an understanding that we will be doing theoretical work to support the written exam that we'll be taking in year 11, which covers a whole range of topics, which I'll go through in a minute. So you can see on this slide the number of practical skills that are developed through the course of year 10 leading into year 11. This will support students when they come to choose their final menus for their cooking exam, and we'll have all those skills to draw on. And when they are doing the cooking in school, the school does provide all the ingredients, which I think is great from an organisational perspective. We do ask for a financial contribution for those ingredients, just to help to cover the costs. When the students are cooking regularly. They will cook regularly approximately once a week, and some of that will be cooking dishes, some will be carrying out food science experiments. So throughout the course, there's 5 core topics: diet, nutrition and health, food provenance, food choice, food safety and food science. All of these are covered throughout year 10, moving towards year 11. Any of these topics could be asked about in the written paper and also can filter into the controlled assessment or the non-exam assessment that the students have to do in year 11. I'm not going to explain all of those, but on the next 5 slides you can see more information on those topics. So the course is divided into 2 main components. The first is written examinations, Principles of Food Preparation and Nutrition, where students will carry out a written paper at the end of year 11. The second component are the 2 non-exam assessments, NEA1 and NEA2. Both of these are topics released by the exam board at the start of year 11. So the NEA1 is a food science experiment, and the NEA2 is the cooking exam, which happens later on in year 11. Now the next couple of slides will explain these components. So you can see that there is a food science element within the course. For some students, this is great. They love their science and they can see the 2 subjects linking together. For other students, the science does put them off a bit. But I think we have to keep it in very simple terms. So thinking about making bread, the yeast produces carbon dioxide in the right conditions, which makes it rise. Sugar caramelizes on the top of a cake to make it go brown. And meat will tenderize when put into acid conditions or using a marinade. These are all scientific things that are going on when you cook food, and it's the more cooking you do, the more understanding you have of that. So I don't think the science should put students off the course, but they have to be aware that they do have to have a scientific understanding of ingredients and how they work. So moving on to the second NEA, or non-exam assessment, where students have to cook 3 dishes and accompaniments in a set time. The topics are released by the exam board at the beginning of year 11, and students work on producing a portfolio of evidence and choosing their menus, writing time plans and getting ready and practicing dishes to be able to do this exam. This contributes 35% towards their final grade, and this is the bit that they really look forward to doing, especially as they have a wide choice of their menu. It's not prescriptive, they can fit it into their likes quite often, depending on what the exam board releases as a design brief. On the next slide, you can just see a few dishes that were produced a couple of years ago by students for their final exam. So some students choose food preparation nutrition because it's a life skill. Things that are learning are going to help them look after themselves better and be able to cook. Other students feel it's a useful subject to move forward to what A levels they're going to be doing, or they may be considering going on to college to do hospitality and catering courses. So it can be a good grounding for A level courses in science, sports, nutrition, and also hospitality and catering. Those students that are really interested in the course may decide that they want a career in food, and there's lots and lots of career opportunities related to food as a subject. Development and marketing, health and safety, environmental health work, nutrition, dietetics. You could go on. There's lots and lots of jobs and careers that might interest some students moving forward from school. So I was trying to think of all the reasons why students might decide they wanted to study food preparation and nutrition. I think there's a whole host of reasons why this might be so. Firstly, it might be that they really enjoy the cooking. They feel it's a life skill and they're going to learn things that are going to help them. They've got an interest in understanding in food-based issues like sustainability and ethical choices that they have to make as young people. It also links really well, so some students might think it will go well with their PE and their science and their health and social care courses that they're studying at GCSE or vocationally. They may feel that they want to just have an improved knowledge of how to balance their lifestyle and balance their diet. And also, importantly for me, I think it provides them a breadth of their curriculum, something different. They're out of their seats, they're moving around, they're communicating, they're working in pairs and teams, and they're learning a really good practical skills that are going to help them in their future. So on this slide, I've just given you the link to the exam board, Educus, which is part of the Welsh board, the WJEC. The link will take you to their website so you can find out more information. If you need anything else, you can always get the students to talk to myself, Miss Fry or Miss Kearns in school. We actually use a digital book in school which can be accessed at home and the students just log on to, which is really useful. It takes you through the whole course, and I put the link to that digital book below. The year 8 and 9 students will have been shown that digital book. I hope the information in the PowerPoint's been useful. There is a slide previous to this, which is the most frequently asked questions, which might help you with a few things that you want to know. I'm hoping that on the next 2 slides, there's going to be a video clip that I put together that you'll be able to look at to see what some of the students are talking about, why they've chosen the subject in school. And also there's another teacher talking about the food and nutrition course, which I thought might be quite useful. Thanks for listening, and I hope it's been useful.